The year is 87039, new nonlinear time. It's been 50,000 years since Stephen Zapata's final art stream, but we still live in a golden age defined by the gifts his stream bestowed upon mankind. Faster than light travel, eternal life, Stephen cloning, and the keys to a truly galactic human civilization. My name is Stave Satapaz, a reminder clone of Stephen Zapata, an exact reproduction of his personality as constructed by an AI compiling millions of hours of his original art streams. By all accounts, I'm exactly like the original Stephen's public persona, just more muscular, exactly as he would have wanted. I travel the stars on my light tracer, a dream of Stephen. My crew is, of course, all clones of Stephen. Some of my officers are reminders like me, but not all. Some are bioclones, and yet others are aspectoids, clones who, instead of trying to capture his full essence, amplify a particular portion of the original Stephen's personality. We've spent hundreds of years drawing, exploring, and philosophizing while snaking our way through the stars, spreading the good word of design. But we've had another, secret mission as we've cruised the cosmos. I seek information on the legendary originals, Stephen Zapata's true drawings that he flung wide across the stars at the end of his life on Earth, never to be seen again. My crew thinks I'm looking for them for the same reason all the other madmen do, because they would be valuable beyond all reason. But they don't know what I know, that a critical mass of originals in the hands of a trained reminder can provide a psychic link to the original Stephen mind. Once I collect enough, I'll be able to fulfill my destiny and achieve psychological continuity with the original Stephen. And through me, he will live again to usher in golden ages of art forever. Drawing Ascendant, the eternal chronicles of Stephen Zapata. Lasting Legacy 1, Epic 1.
Who's that, Stephen? It's Gamghoul, Stephen!
How you holding up out there, Stave? I'd say considering I'm fighting a Stephen who doesn't draw, I'm doing alright, really. Ha, just try to keep everyone entertained while you try to keep your head. I need more time in Cathar Stephen's palace. I know the god graphite is here. Somewhere in here. If I only knew where. Hey, no rush, man. I got this guy on the ropes. Trust me.
Yeah! Usenya Thunder, Dunija Madito, Dunya, Nanyata Da Giata.
What? It's Incanthia, great sword of the Black Fountain. He really does have it.
Yeah! Nitroya, Nitsuyo Tufu, Gimya Tanta, Ata.
This is a dream of Stephen. Stave, are you there?
Stephen, you got to the ship. How do you get past the blockades?
Nothing the dream couldn't handle. But they're on me, and we're coming in hot. I'm gonna get you out of there. Do I have clearance to murder some citizen Stevens as I strafe the arena?
Soon, but not yet. Sturvin needs more time in the palace to find the god graphite. If you attack now, all the guards watching my execution will rush back to the palace to secure Cathar Stephen. So give him the runaround until I get word from Sturvin. The god graphite! Finally! Oh, it's beautiful! Whoa, yes. Come to Sturvin. Hold on. No need to rush there, little Stephen. You and I both know Stave wouldn't want you to get sloppy and spill any of that, would he?
Come in. Oh.
Hello, Joseph, is it?
Hi, Dr. Zapata. Yes, Joe. How are you?
I'm well. What seems to be the problem, Joe?
Well, I'm having difficulty drawing from imagination.
Oh. Joseph, just so you know, that's totally normal. Why don't you tell me a little more about your problem? Is it that you can only draw from imagination if you're completely alone?
Doc, I can't ever draw from imagination.
What about if you're completely relaxed?
When I'm totally relaxed, I can't imagine a thing.
I see. Joseph, it's important to know that even with severe cases like this, there's always hope. I can prescribe an experimental therapy called Form from Imagination.
Form from imagination?
It's early days, but clinical trials are extremely promising. Why don't you try this for 6 months and then check back in with me?
Okay, I'll do whatever it takes. Did you just draw this?
Oh yeah.
Wow, it's amazing. Hey, Doc, do you ever have trouble drawing from imagination?
Oh no.
You wouldn't. I mean, you do this.
That's right.
Wow.
Form from Imagination is an experimental therapy and is not yet approved for use by the FDA. Do not use Form from Imagination if you are already taking any prescriptions for drawing from reference, working side size, or tracing photos you didn't even take. Stop taking Form from Imagination if you experience any of these side effects: loss of interest in your personal projects, megalomaniacal self-confidence, hallucinations, unless they're the kind you're hoping for, drawing better than Steven Zapata, or feelings that purchasing the course was enough and you don't really need to do the exercises. Call your doctor if you have stiff gestures, flat forms, or boring ideas to address a possible life-threatening condition. Full sketchbooks have been reported with Form from Imagination and medicines like it. Other risks include long-term art careers, too many clients, and being worth more than you're charging for. Call your doctor today and ask about Form from Imagination. I'm very smart and cool. I'm extremely smart and cool. And it's important that you guys acknowledge that. I'm very smart and cool. I'm extremely skilled. I'm a great talker. I'm a great teacher. I've had an illustrious career. I'm way faster than you. I think way quicker than you. I'm super intuitive. I make it look easy. You gotta honor me. You know, there's a lot of great things that can be said about me that just haven't been said enough. And I get a lot of really loving emails from a lot of you, like, Steven, you changed my life. Steven, you're so incredible. Steven, you've really helped me so much with so many things. Steven, I just watched a couple of videos and now my life has changed completely. And it's like that, you know, we're getting closer. We're getting closer. That's nice. You know, I do like reading that, but the number could go up. The number could go up. The amount of honoring could go up. You could also just put money in the mail or trophies, things like that. Just to make sure, to prove to me that you know that I'm very smart and cool. Extremely smart and cool person. Because otherwise I'd have to worry about you, you know? I'd be like, do they know that I'm smart and cool? I really don't know. I seem to be having internet problems today. I'm seeing a lot of dropped frames in my info, even though I'm on the hard line. Usually I don't have any problems when I'm hardwired in, but looks like something's up. So we'll see how that goes. I didn't see that when I was checking my... Everything looked good when I was checking my connection earlier. I was doing my little speed test, but maybe I should have reset my modem or something like that. Not an aspiring co-leader. Definitely not an aspiring co-leader. Definitely not. Every time my wife and I watch shows about cults, we're always like sitting there eating popcorn. We're like, this looks like a great system. How do we set this up? How do you get into the cult game? Let's see what's up. Mad Pizza, Lucas Marquez, Chunga, Raphael, Lockman, Rappy, Marta, Dias, Gabriel, Milaneso, CRRSTD2, Lance, Donnie, Intoxicated, Kalev, Ayub, Mihail, AP, The Soppler. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. My God, what is wrong with my connection? My connection is all over the place today. All right. Do you ever rip apart some aspiring contestants' drawings to your throne? I mean, I implicitly do that with every drawing that I do. Like, I don't need to say anything about other people's art. You know, the greatest insult that I can serve to anybody else is the supreme quality of my own work. I also, considering how embarrassing almost everybody else's art is, it's like I don't even want to dignify it with a response, with an acknowledgement. You know, it deserves to languish forever in the archives of obscurity and mediocrity. To denigrate it would be to do it an undue honor. But that's just, you know, that's just my personal opinion. Draw a better connection. Yep. Do. So what's up? Any news in the art world or anything like that? There's very rarely ever news in our part of the art world. The part of the art world that's concerned with drawing and painting real good. It's like, what changes there? Nothing, ever. Is this like paint the themes of pain, suffering, and conflict? I mean, what do you think you're looking at here? Like, does this look like happy times to you? You paying attention? This look like a party? Like, oh yeah, we're rip roaring, you know? It's Corpus Christi down in spring break. No, 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 no. This is pain, suffering, conflict, and combat. You know, it's not a good time for anybody who's involved. It's not a good time for the Slayer. It's not a good time for the Beast. My smudge brush suddenly started acting differently. And I don't know what that's about. It now is only really, it's acting strange. Not the way it used to. It seems to be only working at larger sizes, and when I use it small, it doesn't do anything. Thanks, Adobe. Love you, Adobe. You're the best, Adobe. Thanks for changing things at random. We love you. Oh my God, what a great change, Adobe. How did you come up with that to make the tool not work? I mean, so smart. It's like, why did I want it to work in the first place?
All right, everybody, we gotta change Photoshop unnecessarily for this year. Anybody got any bright ideas? I mean, people are looking for things to randomly change. Yeah, I've got an idea. Yeah, Billy, the intern, what's up? Tell us, Billy. No, we're a very open office here. You know, we want to hear. We believe good ideas come from everywhere. So, Billy, just chime on in. What do you think we should do? What if we remove functionality from Photoshop? Huh, that's interesting. Like what? Remove functionality from what? I don't know. What if we just pick a random tool and make it so that it stops working at half of the sizes you can use it at? Wow. Billy, that's a great idea. You know what, Billy? You are now a vice president of product development. You did an excellent job. I mean, we didn't know we had such a talent in you. From intern to VP. Classic. Do you ever do digital art using vectors? No, and I personally hate Illustrator. Really don't like Illustrator. I'm definitely a raster guy. Santa NG Hacienda. Steven, love your art. Thank you, the janitor. Look, male monsters should always have nipples because they come from a long evolutionary lineage of other monsters who need to be able to breastfeed a baby monster in case there is no female to breastfeed them. Contingencies. And you need 2 nipples in case you lose the other one. Yo, Steven, so I got my visual art marks back a few months ago, but I've been so busy, I just want to let you know I got 75% for my final results. Cool. Do you like that? Is that good? Good grade? I wouldn't worry too much about grades in art. Grades are just not really, grades don't really make sense with things like art. Back when I was grading art classes for college, when I was teaching, I can tell you, at least for me, it was mostly attendance. It was like if you had the wherewithal to show up to every class, if you never cut, which is really hard, like most people would cut at some point, because I was not an easy teacher. I mean, my classes had a lot of homework and stuff like that. So it was basically just like if you showed up at every class, A, you got an A. I never graded on final, very rarely did final quality of someone's work come into it. It was wherewithal and effort. Reacting to feedback, things like that. People who got it was almost always aligned, you know, like if you got good marks on that stuff, it was likely that your final work was excellent as well. It very rarely ever didn't dovetail. I thought you didn't believe in homework. I mean, who told you that? I understand what you're getting though. What you're getting at though. It seems misaligned with what I say, but with other things that I've said. But you know, that's one of the reasons that I didn't really feel. Let's just say that when I stopped teaching in university, that was a part of it. And I was like, well, no great loss. It's okay to do it otherwise. But when you're teaching in university, it's not even up to you, the teacher. You have to give homework, right? And that's the way schools are designed. They need you to grade something so that they can be accredited and all that. So it wasn't up to me. You know how authors have artist block? I have the same issue with art. I'm struggling to find ideas to draw. Well, don't make it a big thing. I have a video on my YouTube channel called Artist Block Doesn't Exist. So you can go listen to that and then get mad and disagree with me. Steven, this is probably overthinking, but in your opinion, for a beginner design project, is there a floor for how short the original story should be? Like a 15-minute read? No. I mean, it depends on the story. Because you can tell a story in seconds that would require a huge amount of design, right? You could say, there once was a man who went back in time and he visited ancient Egypt, Rome, the Baroque era, something, 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 and you can list 15 other things, and it can be all in a flash that's supposed to occur in seconds, and it's like, well, you just gave yourself a year of design. So it depends on the story. Check out something like the short story The Hounds of Tyndalos by Frank something, I want to say. That story is only a few pages long, but you'd be hard-pressed to design everything that happens in that story in 14 weeks. Is it really drawing if you're not using a pencil pen? It sure is. It sure is still drawing. Drawing is just a kind of decision making. If you're parsing shapes, you're drawing. There's parts of sculpting even that are, I feel, technically drawing, right? If you're sculpting something, any time where you're thinking about like, so here's something that a lot of people ignore when they sculpt, but this was part of classic sculpting education. You're supposed to draw the shadows that your sculpture casts. Like the shadows being boring or ambiguous or being undesigned is a classic sign of an amateur sculpture. When you just think about it, right? If you're drawing something, you design the shadow shapes, right? Because you want every shape needs to be interesting, and you relate the shadow shapes to the forms that you're producing. Nothing changes in sculpture. Just because you're making it for real doesn't mean that the sculpture would not be made better by the shadow shapes being designed. So that kind of thinking when you're sculpting is drawing. That is drawing. So is there really a difference between drawing and painting? No, but there is no difference between anything and anything. It's all one taste. Hey Steven, what are the advantages of using Coolorus? Points, but the way that I'm using it right now is really just, it could be the Hue Cube. I'm not doing anything with it that only Coolorus can do. Good tool though. Not for everybody. Steven, what do you think about creativity in general, solving art design problems creatively? it's the bedrock of society? I really don't know what you mean by what do I think about creativity in general. I mean, it might be the only thing that separates humans from other beings. I don't know what to tell you. That's like the grandest question possible. Hey, Nick. Hi, this is Ira to share. This is Tincture. I'm using Grandma's phone to watch you. I'm inspired from your work. Your work inspires me to keep moving. Keep moving. And keep using Grandma's phone. I'm sorry. The fact that you said you're using Grandma's phone is really funny to me. Abstract skulls in the sky would look cool. Oh my god, are you... No. I mean, you'd go running for the hills. What are you talking about? I mean, it's all well and good in art, but if you really saw that, I mean, you'd have a total panic attack. You'd have a complete shutdown. You'd be like, am I tripping on LSD right now? What's going on? I don't know. I don't think it would be cool. Sounds super scary. Super, super scary. Skulls ain't so bad, they're always smiling. Chattering finch and waterfly are not merrier than I. Here amongst the flowers I lie, laughing everlastingly. No, I don't tell the best. Surely I could have guessed. Death was but the good king's jest. He was hid so carefully. Does this drawing represent your feelings on finding a place to move into? God, yes. I mean, it has been and continues to be an extremely frustrating experience. It's also messing with my schedule because everything disappears after just a couple days on the market. So as soon as anything pops up, it's just like, I gotta call. I gotta talk to them. I gotta try to get in and see it, and then they want to show it. They want to show it at just weird times, and it's just like makes it very hard to schedule. You know, I even like, yeah, gets in the way of a lot of stuff. Very annoying. Makes it hard to stream. It's just like any second I could get a response from a place that is like, oh, you want it? Come right now. Come look at it right now. I was like, all right, I gotta go. Is there a style of art that you dislike? Only anime. I mean, everything else is good. Everything else is just totally valid and beautiful in its own way.
Hello, Steven. I have been wondering if the course would be beneficial for 2D animators as well. I'm not going to hard sell you on that just because, you know, I'm not an animator, so I'm not going to be a salesman and just speak out of my butt and say, yes, absolutely, totally. It's like my gut tells me form is applicable to everybody, but yeah. Try to be very honest about these things. So my honest answer is I don't know, because I'm not an animator, but maybe some of the kind and generous people who are already in the course, maybe some of them are animators and they can tell you if they have benefited from it. Steve, how did you have so much experience in the industry yet you look my age? I'm 22. Well, I'm 10 years older than you. I'm 10 years older than you. I'm sure I just look younger than I look younger than my years because I'm tiny in the corner of your screen. If you could get up close to me, see the weathered lines on this aged face. The dry, hollow cracking of a being who has long since resigned himself to pain and misery. Then you would think I looked my age. Also, my boyish crop of hair might be deceiving you. All right, I need a break from this guy. Let's sketch another scene of some hideous beast in conflict, in battle. At what age did you get into the industry? I started working when I was, I forget now, about 2021, I want to say. That was when I started getting my first freelance gigs. I want to do the same general theme. Some sort of a beast and a conflict in the woods. Woods on fire. Just watched the intro. Very nice. It is quite good, isn't it? It really is good. I had a lot of coffee this morning. I think I'm gonna have to run to the restroom soon. It's a diuretic, you know, goes right to the kidneys. Makes you produce urine. Maybe get a different vibe. Maybe instead of in the middle of a fight, we do pre-fight. Is your brush set to multiply? No, just on normal brush mode right now. Can you give a brief overview of the most important anatomical features to understand in the legs and feet? I don't really get it yet. What's important? It would be very difficult to give a brief overview of that, so I will refrain. You know, there's just so much to pay attention to. It'd be difficult to say it briefly. You know, you got your bendicus, meniscus, you've got the longicus, legicus, you've got the, you know, kneecapicus sitting in the middle of the leg. It's got like the kneecapicus tendinous flowing from it. It's just like so many parts, so many parts. You got like the quadragux up in the front. In the back, you got the ham tools, you know. And then the back of the lower leg, you got the claftissimus lati, you know. There's just so much to think about. Damn, I don't know why my connection is so bad today. Everything was above board when I tested my connection earlier. Now it's not doing so great. How do you know if you should pursue art professionally? I work a non-creative 9-to-5 and hate how much of my time it takes, but I know you've said art jobs aren't for everyone. Yeah, I think... You know, my feelings on this have really changed over the past few years. And you got to be careful with what I say because I'm a different person than you, right? And we're asking extremely personal questions. So, you know, you've got to trust yourself and you've got to trust your gut. But... I basically think, I guess I shouldn't couch it, just to be perfectly honest. Again, right now, these days, I feel like if you have to ask, it's probably not for you. It's probably not a great idea. It's like, you should probably only go into it if you feel sure that there's really nothing else for you. It's not the kind of thing you do on a lark, you know? Stream cut out completely there for some reason. I wonder if nope. Yeah, I don't know what it is. All right, I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna reset my modem. I'm gonna see if it's quick enough that I'm going to see if it's quick enough that stream doesn't dump out completely, but let's see. If stream dumps out completely, I'll be right back. But I think I might be able to restart it quick enough that the stream doesn't get completely clipped. It'll keep going as one.